going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I want to talk to you guys about the fragrance that I've been wearing for literally the past week. And it's honestly, it's pretty good. It kind of surprised me, but anyway, I Am Love recommended me this fragrance. This one is called Whispers in the Library by Maison, Margiela, and this is from the Replica line. This was released in 2019. It's an EDT formulation, and the notes in this fragrance are pepper, vanilla, precious woods, and cedar. So just a little backstory here, guys. I'm not a big fan of the Replica line by Maison Margiela. I always found that the fragrances, they although they do smell good, they just don't last very long. And I think they're kind of just overpriced for what they are. And I guess this one is supposed to be replicating some sort of library scent. To be honest with you guys, I don't know really what a library smells like. Probably just full of books and maybe some cleaning supplies or whatnot. But I've been to the library a couple times, guys, but I never really paid attention to what it smelled like. It always just smelled kind of like a school to me. But anyway, let me just give you guys my thoughts on it. I'm not wearing it as my scent of the day, but as you can see, I've blown through, this is a 10 ml decant, and I've blown through quite a bit of it, guys, at least more than half. And that kind of speaks for itself right there. You know, if I'm ever trying a fragrance out or sampling it and you know, I don't really use a lot of it, I mean, it probably means I really don't enjoy it. But this one I actually do enjoy, and I'm just going to spray some on my hand just to get the opening, guys. The dry down is pretty self-explanatory, but I'll go ahead and explain it to you guys. It starts off very spicy, very woody. You know, I couldn't tell you guys what kind of wood it is. It says it's cedar and whatever precious woods mean. I don't know what precious woods are. I would think a precious wood would maybe be like oud or something like that, because it's quite expensive and it's very precious because it's not readily available. But if any of you guys know, just let me know. But it starts off very woody and very spicy. It's very nice, really. I think I love the opening about this fragrance the most, or just in general about this fragrance. I love the opening. It's not necessarily sweet at all. The sweetness isn't here yet. It's just very spicy and woody. And honestly, you guys, I wished it would just stay like that throughout the entire life of the fragrance. And mind you, guys, this stuff lasts a pretty long time. I was actually quite surprised. But yeah, just a lot of spiciness, a lot of woody elements in there. And one thing I just don't understand is, you know, I was talking to Fragrance Dude, and I was also talking to I Am Love in the comment section when I had posted my, you know, this was my scent of the day about a week ago, and you guys had commented in there, and they you know, they're like, oh, you know, this is a very, I get a very waxy, almost paperback book smell. And guys, with this, I really don't get that. When I smell this, it doesn't remind me of I want to say 4-page letter, because I'm thinking of that song by Aaliyah. But you know, it doesn't remind me of a book. It doesn't remind me of a bookstore. It's just very woody and spicy. And I'm trying to, you know, I've tried to understand where somebody was coming from with that, and I just can't, you know. But the woody and spicy elements in here are it's top notch, and really it reminds me of a fragrance called Zadig&Voltaire, This Is Him. Except Zadig&Voltaire, This Is Him, I believe that one has some incense, and it might have a grapefruit note up top. But just the overall composition of Whispers in the Library, especially the opening, that's kind of what that reminds me of. It also reminds me of a little bit of Mercedes-Benz Club Black. That one also features the note of vanilla, and it also has incense in there and amber, right? And so this fragrance right here, it really reminds me of kind of like those two fragrances, which I own. This Is Him by Zadig&Voltaire, and I actually sold Mercedes-Benz Club Black to my friend because he absolutely goes nuts over that one. It's a great fragrance, of course, but just the opening, guys, of Whispers in the Library by Maison Margiela. I mean, it's spicy woods. That's pretty much it right there. And then as the fragrance kind of develops over time, you start to get that sweetness from the vanilla, and the vanilla is very soft. I want to say the vanilla is not overpowering at all. I think the vanilla note in Whispers in the Library is done actually really well. It doesn't get super overly cloyingly sweet, and which leads me to my next point, which is the blend. I think the blend in Whispers in the Library by Maison Margiela is it's really done great. It's really blended to perfection, and it's just really smooth. Not one particular note really just stands out and is like, I'm here. They all kind of work together in cohesion and just, make it work. And that's something I also, really like about this fragrance, because I notice with a lot of like vanilla fragrances, which I'm not really a fan of. I'm not a fan of a fragrance that has a vanilla note in it, because normally that vanilla note is just so prominent and it's just way, way, way too sweet. But Whispers in the Library, it doesn't get way, way, way too sweet. It just gets just sweet enough to let you know, hey, my name is Vanilla. I'm here. I'm present. And, I'm here with the other notes. So let's just enjoy this while it lasts. And I have been enjoying this as it lasted a long time on my skin, guys. Now, normally when I've been wearing this as my scent of the day, I've been doing like between 6 to 8 sprays. And it's lasted every bit, guys, every bit of my 12-hour day. Now, recently I've been working overtime, so it's really been like 14-hour days for me. But on a normal day, guys, I work 10-hour shifts and an hour to and from work, so it equals 12-hour days for me. And I spray this stuff on right before I leave, and I get to work, I get dirty, I get sweaty, and this stuff is sticking to my skin like crazy. And, as a EDT concentration, guys, that's really good. It's really, really good. I was really blown away by the fact that it actually stayed on my skin and I could actually smell it. It's not like I had to, dig my nose into my skin to smell this stuff. Now, let's just talk about the performance, right? Which I kind of just did, but I want to talk to you guys about the projection. The projection on Whispers in the Library is it's not a huge projector. It doesn't have a lot of projection. Maybe in the first like hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, you're gonna get some pretty big projection. The sillage is gonna be crazy on this, but it dies down quite a bit. It doesn't become a skin scent, but it becomes just a little bit more than a skin scent, just enough to where you're gonna be able to smell it. And at least in my experience, guys, I was doing crane training for like a week, and I was wearing a sweatshirt underneath, and I have a shirt underneath my sweatshirt, of course, and so I'd spray it on my skin. I never sprayed it on my clothing or nothing like that, and I always had a sweatshirt on, because right now in Vegas, the weather's pretty cold in the morning, and then as the day goes on, like right around 10 to 11 o'clock in the afternoon, or in the morning, it heats up to about like 75 degrees, and when that sun is shining on you, your body heats up. And it's funny because the fragrance kind of just like reactivates, and it is channeled up through the top of my hoodie or the top of my collar, and then I could smell it, and it smells great. So yeah, about the projection is pretty good. I'm glad it's not a monstrous projector for the entirety of its lifespan, because I think then in that point, I think it would get a little cloying, just because it does get a little, it does get kind of sweet, especially in the dry down. But this stuff smells good. I will say that, and it is unisex, maybe just a little feminine leaning. I want to say in the beginning of the fragrance's life, it does lean masculine, but once it dries down and that vanilla note is introduced, it does become unisex, maybe slightly feminine. So that's my thoughts on that. And if I didn't have Zadig&Voltaire, this is him, and I didn't have another spicy sweet fragrance, I have another one, guys. I just can't think of it right now. Maybe I would consider getting another decant of this, just to wear occasionally, during in the wintertime, which I think this fragrance, Whispers in the Library, I think you can get away with this in the winter, and you can get away with this in the fall, maybe early spring. Definitely not in the summertime, because when it heats up, especially here in Vegas, guys, it gets crazy hot. I think it would be too much, too sweet. Yeah, I really like it. You know, I might pick up another decant. Definitely not full bottle worthy in my opinion, guys. I just think that this DNA has been it's just been done too many times, and that's not a knock on this fragrance at all. Like I said, I mean, the quality, the blend, it's smooth. Every note is blended to perfection in here, and it really a nice composition how the notes just play out. But it lasts a long time. Projection is nice, and it smells good, and that's really the baseline here. Does it smell good? You know, would you enjoy wearing it? I at least enjoy wearing it, and this is not even my style of fragrance. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt or with a grain of pepper, whatever you choose. But thank you so much, I Am Love, for recommending me to try Maison Margiela's Whispers in the Library. I enjoyed it, and I am looking forward to trying those other fragrances that you mentioned, like the House of Sillage, which I've never heard of that house before, but I have seen it quite talked about in the fragrance community. So I'll be getting some of those samples soon, and I hope everybody else takes care, and thank you so much for watching the channel Loc'd. I'm your host, Dr. Goo, and remember, you can do anything that you put your mind to. Guys, yeah, stay safe out there. It's a crazy world. I'll catch you later. See ya.